Netanyahu. Since the beginning of this year, they like 11, so 11 days. Maybe we will not have time enough to see all the pictures I've collected since the new year, the beginning of new year. You have a lot of stuff ongoing in the world. So we have a lot of stuff. We have protests in America. A woman was shot and killed by the police, ICE, the police against the immigrants. They are arresting immigrants in the streets in USA. But the woman was American. She was shot dead. Uh, she was not arrested. She was in her car. So a police from the ICE was talking to her through the window of the car, and then he tried to grab her, and maybe she was, I don't know, if she was maybe she's taking something or she's drunk or something. Anyways, she turned around the wheel, uh, and she was shot. And a lot of protests went out in the streets in the whole of USA. We have in Iran a lot of protests uh, in Iran, and there's no internet, there's no telephone. A lot of people are being killed, and there are a lot of Iranian people hoping that President Trump will step in and help them out because they start something and they want help from the airstrikes because they cannot like equal forces. The Iran and the government, the police, the people who support Iran regime against the people who's against Iran regime, and they need something from USA, but USA or Israel cannot attack now because of the situation in Syria. I talked about that one. They will not attack Iran because if they attack Iran, this will affect Turkey. And if you affect Turkey, it will affect the new president, Syrian President Ahmad al Julani. But he already signed up to give up on the whole of South Syria to Israel. The whole of North Syria will be belonging to Turkey. The Kurds will get nothing. And this is a lot. Kurds are very, very mad with this new president. Ahmad al Julani. He has not been seen since last year. So a lot of rumors that he has been injured, and we have not seen him yet. I need to go out and address the subject in what's going on in Aleppo. In Aleppo, we have a lot of killing. They went in the government troops. We saw a lot of atrocities. A Kurdish woman was thrown out, thrown down from a building in Aleppo by the Ahmad al-Shara, Ahmad al-Julani, the former ISIS leader, the new Syrian president. His troops have thrown down a Kurdish female fighter, I believe. And I saw it, and I don't think MSN will be covering this story. I don't think it's good for me to show you that one. Very, very upsetting. I was upset. I'm not understanding how cruel these guys are. They have already done several massacres last year, and this is the beginning of the new year. So, new massacre in Aleppo by these guys. So, President Trump, he is ignoring Syria, and this will affect him very much. His popularity. You cannot fix Syria. You cannot fix nothing. So you need to have to priority to fixing Syria, and this was problem with President Erdogan. Put your trust in President Trump. Put your trust in Prime Minister Netanyahu. This is what you get. You see, you just get Aleppo, and now they are talking about ceasefire. We have the whole northern eastern Syria still controlled by Syrian Democratic Forces, and they didn't engage. The ones who were attacked in two neighborhoods in Aleppo were the Asayij. These are the Kurdish police. So the Kurdish army has not interfered. That was a good one. They want to bring Syrian Democratic Forces in a battle with the new government. So Turkey will enter troops and assist the Julani army, but of course, the Jordani army already used tanks and artillery uh, against streets, two neighborhoods in the city. So a lot of people escaped. They took a lot of people, arrested a lot of Kurds, and a lot of people have been killed. And they agreed. The Syrian Democratic Forces agreed to stop fighting around Aleppo. You know that there was a lot of fighting around Aleppo city as well. But the two neighborhoods will be controlled by the new government, Ahmad al-Shara al-Julani. Rumors they say they have used 40,000 troops to invade these two neighborhoods. Imagine they need so much troops and at least 100 tanks shelling the two neighborhoods in Aleppo. So this is actually a crime against humanity. And just like in Gaza, they did in Gaza, it was a whole city now. Two streets were destroyed totally by the new government in Syria. So I don't know how long people in Syria will accept this new regime. It is very, very cruel. You remember Bashar, former Syria President Bashar Assad, he was cruel against some groups like fanatic, ISIS, Al-Nusra, and they killed a lot of them. So now when they're taking all over the regime in Syria, they are doing the same. People are saying, oh, Assad was not so bad, actually. They have seen this now. They're gonna say, "Ooh, we had a lot good time while we living under Assad. A lot of regret. People are regretting. They have taken out Assad, and now the new government is butchering the Syrian people. It's very, very shameful. Also, we have this with Venezuela, America. President Trump, he is not satisfied whatsoever with Venezuela. He have delivered threat to Cuba, to Mexico, to Colombia, and Greenland that belongs to Denmark, and maybe more countries. I don't know. Canada, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. The world is literally on fire. The world is burning. We have protests in Iran. We have protests in USA. We have situation in Venezuela and Cuba. A very, very for a similar scenario in Cuba or in Mexico. President Trump, he said, "I'm gonna bomb Mexico." He said, "I'm gonna take other countries. They will not stop doing drugs." So complicated everywhere. Iran situation, Syria situation, Lebanon, we had an earthquake 4.0 near Beirut, outside in the sea. We had a couple of days ago earthquake 4 point also in Latakia, a city in the Syrian coast near Lebanon. So the whole Eastern Mediterranean maybe will be shaking soon with a greater earthquake. We remember the great earthquake in Turkey. So this is very active region. Lebanon, Israel, Gaza, Syria, Turkey, even Egypt and Greece, Cyprus, all this region is very active. So beware, prepare for such earthquake. You need to run to the mountains. Even in Judea, it is mentioned in the Holy Bible. We know that a lot of armies gathering in Gaza, and We have Jordan conducting attacks against ISIS in Syria. We have even Britain and France conducting strikes against ISIS in Syria. Uh, we have situation ongoing still in Yemen, battles. Australia, the weather is terrible. It's burning in. It was a storm in UK and France. A lot of people lost electricity. Uh, like 100,000 in 70,000 UK, and in France like 200,000. So we have a situation with President Trump. He wants to secure the resources everywhere, and the world cannot trust. Like he does not. It's like Denmark not to. He's gonna he's gonna attack Greenland, take Greenland by force. Gonna buy it. His President Trump gonna buy Greenland. Are they gonna sell? Are they gonna defend it? All these questions we really don't know. It really messed up. This is with Venezuela. That was the start of the action, and we see that it's going on. We have still Russia, Ukraine, the city of Kiev in Ukraine, the capital city. This was bombed. We have a lot of houses and apartments without electricity in Kiev, in Ukraine. So Ukraine, Russia ongoing, and we have this with President Trump. May split NATO, may divide NATO. If some countries they want to defend Denmark against American invasion, some other countries will say no, we want Americans be having Greenland to have security in that region. It's all about resources, of course, but this is what's called the political speech, political correct speech. We talk about why President Trump he said the Russians are near, the Chinese are near, so they want to have it. Seen President Trump, he seems very determined. He wants Greenland, and we have Colombia also because Colombia it's like just like Venezuela, same like I don't know Cuba, Argentina, Canada, Colombia. We have these all these countries. They are very worried, even in Denmark, in Europe, in NATO. So we have terrible weather. In very cold tonight, it will be minus 15 here where I'm at night. 15 minus Celsius. This is not often it happens like that. Have been several days under minus degrees. We have also northern Sweden very like bad the weather, a lot of apartments without heat and electricity. So yeah, so let's begin the pictures. So world is going mad. 2026 world is literally on fire. We're gonna see. We go back to 31st because I'm not really sure where I cut last time. So this is the first day. So you have seen all these ones. I want to be on the. I want to be sure about that one. So here we have a 31st. This is the last night for last year. And here it comes. Spaceship of King Anu. Here you see it. Here it comes. So this is, I said, like, this is a lot of stuff will be happening this year. So you should by now be adapting to some this kind of events happening all the time. You need to have your rhythm, like you need to have continue living like you've been living all the time, although you need to be uh, prepared mentally for such stuff. I mean, mentally, because if you don't have really by now started like this with water, food, and so you should. Of course, not everybody has the possibility to store stuff, but seems something will happen much terrible, like with weather or wars or stuff like that. You need to be prepared. This is 2026. We're talking about 2025 here. Yeah, this is the picture, the last picture I showed you. I remember now. This is the one. That was in UFO 31st. And here we have Spaceship of King Anu also coming up here. And we've been working good work with dust. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please put a like and share. What's gonna happen in the world? We really don't know. I've been trying to analyze what's going on, what will happen all the time, but now I feel I cannot do it. I cannot do it anymore. I cannot. Uh, I cannot know what will happen next because the amount of events happening now, never seen anything like that. Spaceship working on, and this was we wanted to put it on the thumbnail last time, but we have choose something else. Here another one. Here's a good one also, but we have a lot of reflection, so we skip this one. Skip this one. The colors are not very. So yeah, so very intense events. Earthquake in Beirut. We're gonna read about that one. Spaceship of King Anu here. This is the last day on for last year. From last year, sorry. 31st December 2025. Spaceship of King Anu. You have seen all these pictures. Gonna show them one more time. I usually get rid of old pictures. This is the ones here. I have this one here. This one here. This one here is good. This is with colors. Little bit, little. This one also. This maybe we're gonna take this one. So this one here also is good one. Take this one. This is I believe the last day last year. You see, this one is good actually. We're gonna wipe out here around. I'm gonna take this one because we see a lot of details here. So it's better for me not to be touching the screen, but I cannot find my stuff. I usually maybe gonna use something else today. So before it disappears, but maybe not. So it is stuck. I need to put some force to bring it on. Some metal stuff that I'll be using my fingers, and we will be wiping and otherwise. You have seen all these ones. You have seen all these ones. This one we put on the last video, previous video. So that's from last year, of course. And here comes these guys. I didn't show. I believe. Gonna put this one on the thumbnail, maybe. This one also is good. This one, so we don't really know about Denmark and stuff like that. This is the first, 2026, first day, spaceship of King Anu. Here we see it. Here it comes, coming up, up, up. Here it is. Here it is. We have stuff here to write. Here it is. Continues here. So yeah, did they stop in Aleppo? Yes, they stopped in Aleppo. There's no currently is no fighting in Aleppo. We never maybe start again, but the whole northern eastern Syria has been kept. outside the fights, the battlefield. They did not involve this region. This one is good one. I take this one. It was kept outside. They because they got the two neighborhoods, they are satisfied. I believe Ahmad al Sharia al Julani. Turkey maybe is not satisfied, but they need to have Turkish Syrian Democratic Forces involved. They were not involved. That was the Kurdish police only. So they didn't help their brothers in Aleppo because they knew that Turkey will be interfering. They don't want that. They don't want that. Turkey is NATO. We don't. They don't want NATO involved in Syria. So of course, President Erdogan, he got the green light to do whatever in northern Syria, whatever. So this is also a very frightening for the Kurds who want to have their own like identity recognized because they are not Arabs. We talked about this stuff before. Just in Iran, you have a lot of Kurds in Iran. So you support Kurds in Iran, but you don't support Kurds in Syria. Why? This is the question you must ask President Trump and all who people are supporting the revolution in Iran. Is it a revolution? Is it a revolution? Or is it just kind of people are hungry or they don't want to put hijab the woman they want to cover up like but is it because like we need to have Al Julani like with force taking out people against him, taking out them with force, killing them, killing all the religions. Like if you have Alawite against Ahmad al Shara, he goes and kill the whole religion of these guys. If they are not the Sunni Muslims, of course. And even it was Sunni Muslims, you're gonna kill a guy who is protesting, and you're gonna put his family in prison, and his tribe will be dealt with. So this is the way you deal with protests in a new world. Seems like, and this is they want to implement that in Iran. They're gonna implement that in Syria. They're gonna implement that in Iran. So you should not be supporting if you want some kind of regime change in Iran. You cannot be supporting the Kurds in Iran who are protesting. You cannot same time you against the Kurds in Syria. So the Kurds are one people in Iran, in Turkey. They want to have their independence from these countries, Iran, Turkey, um, like they have Kurds because in Arab countries they don't get their identity. They want their freedom in Arab countries and Iran and Turkey, and they've been fighting against Iran, Turkey, and Arab countries in more than 100 years. So this is the Bermuda Triangle, and these guys are heroes because they are fighting because they are native. They have right. How you can say to a Kurdish Iranian, do not protest? Because the Iranian regime is representing Shia Muslims, and the Kurds are the Sunni Muslims. Understand? And in Iran, they have a language, Persian language, and the Kurdish they have own language. Understand? Own language, own religion, own identity. This is in Iran and even in Syria. So if you're gonna support taking out the regime in Iran, you should support taking out the regime in Syria because the regime in Iran is for one religion that is Shia Muslims and for one nationality that is Persian. And the Kurds and the Arabs and the Kurds in Iran, the Baluchistan in near Pakistan, the Azerbaijan, the lot of Azerbaijan minorities in Iran, the Kurds, the Baluchistan. You know, the Arabs living in Iran, all these guys, they want their own. Understand? There's be a lot of stuff if you allow this regime change in Iran. And with force, you are trying to take out any resistance in Syria against the new government that is just like Iran. Iran, they are about the Shia Muslim religion, about the nationality that is Persian. I guess all other nationalities that exist in Iran and in Syria, same. It is about Arab nationalism and Sunni Muslim religion. And you know, a lot of people living in Syria are not they are not Arabs, like Kurds, like Christians. Talked about it in my previous video or the video what that was before. So you have Arabs and you have non-Arabs in Syria. Kurds and Christians are non-Arabs. And then we have a different religions. So the Druze are not considered Arab, Muslim, Sunni. Although they are Arab, Muslim, Sunni, they are not considered. That's why they were slaughtered by the new government in Syria. And even the Alawites, they are Muslim, but they are not Sunni Muslim. They have been slaughtered by the same government in Damascus. And now the Kurds, these are Sunni Muslim, but they are not Arabs. So it is time to take them out. This is what they are doing in Damascus. And the word is they're watching and enjoying their time. This is very, very cruel. I never seen it. Is like Gaza, but at least in Gaza they were talking about it. People are protesting in the streets, in the world, in every capital city. But you never hear about the Kurds. Why? Because they have decided Erdogan, he wants these guys out of the picture and he wants a genocide, just like Prime Minister Netanyahu, he like managed with one genocide. Erdogan, he wants to be like him. He wants also his own genocide. This is why they are saying it is time for President Erdogan to have a genocide just like Netanyahu. He had a genocide in Gaza. And Erdogan will have some genocide in Syria. This is why have you talk about it. So they are slaughtering Syrian people. They have been doing this for more one year. It was been before, but now they're gonna continue with this new ISIS former leader ISIS Ahmad al-Shara al-Julani, who is still disappeared. He has not been seen publicly since the last year, and many people are talking about him as being killed or injured. So all videos have been coming since the last year, have been old footage and stuff like that. So where is he? Where is he? We don't really know. Maybe he's injured, or maybe they said they didn't want to kill him, but they want to kill his like bodyguard. His bodyguard was killed, giving him a signal: just keep out of media, because you just every time you go out of media, you stir stuff up, and you don't know how to talk and stuff, and you just put like they say they put salt on the injury, or like you put the gas on the oil on the fire. You don't take out the fire, you just make it bigger. So this is better keep out. Don't go out on the media and television and give your like instructions how to keep continue fighting or to continue slaughtering. In other words, if you want to go out, talk about Aleppo, you need to uh, ask to explain why these troops have been throwing people from the roof, uh, especially the Kurds, and they were killing and there were atrocities made by his soldiers. You need to explain that to the whole world. So here, second day of January, here we continue. This is Spaceship of King Amu. And of course, this guy, we know this guy, he was He was chosen by the power to be to conduct these massacres in Syria, alongside with his support who support him. And we know that the whole world support him. He is friend with the whole world, just like the Israelis are friend with him. Like they are friends with him. They are friends with Turks. The Israelis are friends with the Americans. They are friends with the Russians. They are friends with the Europeans. They are friends with the Arabs. That's why they get to do whatever. They don't have really enemies, like countries enemies. That goes for the Israelis. That goes for the Americans. Uh, like before this Venezuela thingy, and that goes for the Russians before the Ukraine thingy. So we have USA, Venezuela thingy. It's just like Russia, Ukraine thingy. So even though Venezuela is lost and he was betrayed, President Maduro most probably got paid. His bodyguards betrayed him and stuff like that. But it will affect how people will see upon you. Like President Trump is doing this. Unless they understand what's coming, most people they don't know what's coming. So it is hard. He need to act. He need to secure resources for the America. But we know that something is coming, and each country should be very prepared to secure resources for its people, and even they're gonna keep their own people safe, because other countries are bigger countries are thinking big, and they want to do big plans, and change the maps, change the laws, change the rules. It's mentioned in the Holy Bible Revelation as well. Please read about it. So we are living in tribulation. This is why this year will be like that all the time. And next year, maybe, but then something will happen. It will stop. Also, this also taken from the Revelation. So nothing from me here, but we are, we will have a lot of difficult times. People try to manage along, and the weather will be terrific. It is already terrific. So this picture is very nice. Spaceship walking on. We're gonna take this picture, put it here. Try to avoid the reflection. And this one also is good. This is reflection here, of course, and even dust. So we move on here. So try to hint to be able to show you the links, the news I was talking about, and same time. This is the 3 of January. So you go here and check 3 of January, exact time 1 p.m. Spaceship walking on, coming up here, going up, and going up here, going up. So here, like one video, one sighting. I should have made them bigger. I did not. A lot of events, so I missed that one. So please sorry for that one, but uh, not like uh, not. Maybe we'll see them later on. Maybe I'm saying. So I made them bigger, but put them later on. This is the moon. You see how it is like eight, eight sides. One side, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. This is the moon actually in Tenerife. Very strange moon. And this is also in the holy city of Jerusalem. You see, this might be a bird. This might be a bird, but this one here, I don't know what it is. We're gonna take a look. This might be a spaceship actually. So, like I said, we don't really know. So we move on. This is holy city of Jerusalem. You see the mosque. This is the 4th of January, and here we have it. This is the one. This is also a spaceship here. So I cannot tell you if President Trump is gonna invade the Greenland. I cannot say that. This picture is nice. I'm gonna take this one. Most probably, I don't say more. I don't know. I don't know. Iran, uh, like I said, they're gonna do Iran. They're gonna do uh, like if they bomb Iran and stuff, Israel bomb Iran or America or together, they're gonna affect the situation in Turkey, and this will affect situation in Syria. They're gonna lose this Syria if they're gonna bomb Iran. So maybe it's not really worth it. They just got Syria. They're very happy with Syria. They took rid of Iranian elements in Syria, and even like Russian in. They said the Russians were controlling the whole of Syria. Now the sky is controlled by Israel, and so they don't want to change this very important equation. Also, the one who supports, who controls the air, controls a lot of stuff. So they don't want to mess with this one, especially. So if they hit Iran, Turkey will lose the support to the Ahmed al-Shara, cut the support to Ahmed al-Shara, the new president in Syria, because they need to defend themselves. They're gonna be defending a bunch of former, nobody will defending these troops. They will be a target for the other groups. And of course, maybe most probably the Sunni Muslims, they're gonna get treated accordingly what they have done. I'm not blaming, of course, Sunni Muslims in Syria, but their fate is very well looking not good at all. Al-Julani will not be there defending them, and all countries, they're gonna leave them alone. That's what I expect. This just if they attack Iran. I'm not saying that because they will be blamed for the regime changes in the Middle East and the control of the new Israel, America dominance in the area. This will be blamed on Sunni Muslims, of course, and these will not be happy because Americans and the Israelis will get rid of the Sunni Muslims one day or other when their mission is finished. They have a mission to spread havoc in the greater Syria or greater Israel. And I'm not talking about the whole religion, I'm talking about these like Ahmad al Shara, al Julani, these guys and his followers. These are very, very dangerous elements. They have been put in the area for genocide mission. They have done 2 or 3 genocides. They're gonna do the third genocide, the last genocide against the Kurds. But they have stopped now for now because they wanna give they're gonna give some time to the Iran thingy. They think Iran is taking out Iran will help them. Actually, not. But they are hoping that Iran will be taken out, so they feel they have done this to Shia Muslims in the area, like taking taking out your sponsors, and of course they think Israel will treat them good after that, and America they're gonna treat this little ISIS left in Syria good, but they will not. The people they don't have time for Syria when the world is looking like it's looking, what's going to be happening in the sky. So they have stepped for peace, building up Syria again. They went after revenge, and the revenge will never end. So they had the chance. Ahmad al Shara al Durrani had an amazing chance to show the whole world he's a real good man. He show the world he is a very, very terrible man, a butcher who wants to slaughter and to kill, only to kill. And these people will not, Syrian people will never forgive what has been done to them by this uh, killer, Ahmed al-Shara, al-Julani. So yeah, so it's very bad for Sunni Muslims, very bad for any country supporting this guy. You're gonna get the curse. And Netanyahu, he bombed this guy, but gonna bomb him again. He will not do that because President Trump, he said to Netanyahu, "You don't touch this guy. This is my friend." Through Erdogan, Turkish president, and the Turkish president, of course, is NATO. We don't know. We don't want to lose NATO, because NATO is a division. We lose the NATO, and we don't have this equal forces in Europe between Russia and this is the force. You see, I cannot uh, fake this up. This is the 4th of January this year. Spaceship of King Ano. You see it coming through behind the numbers. I can put this one, but it will be rather little one. So I'm laughing because too much dust. I feel like with those people, my subscribers, they say like they maybe think it is easy, but actually, if I do like that, we don't see any of this stuff. You see, so just because I want to, but then it will go dark and we'll see reflection. So I prefer dust. You cannot see that one because of the dust, of course. This is what we've been seeing, watching still in the sky. We don't really well know what it is. We don't really know. We are watching this one here, this stuff here, up. This is Tenerife. We cannot read the news together, so yeah, I cannot remember any time so much events, so much problems, so much stuff, challenges ongoing. So we have 5 of January. Spaceship booking on coming here up. See it here up, and here we have it also behind the building. You see, a little bit maybe big behind the tree, and here another one. See it, and lead with the dust. Actually, I say dust, or it's not dust. It is some kind of oil. I don't know what's oil, but sweat maybe. I don't know, but. Anyways, continue here. This is the stuff here. This is what you are watching, been watching for a while. And Spaceship of the Oh no, of course this is 5 of January, 9 p.m. Here we have it. And this is 5 of January. And we have it here. And even we have another stuff here. So this is 5 of January. It goes up. Here we have it. So yeah, terrible what I was watching in Aleppo in Syria. A lot of atrocities have been done. Very bad. And the world is not commenting the situation, the massacres, what have been done in Aleppo. It is very, very bad, people. Very bad. Turkey, they have a lot of Kurds. They're gonna support their brothers. You know, it is not easy situation in the Middle East because what happened in Aleppo, the recent days, and President Trump, he, uh, he didn't mention this stuff. He talked about the Kurds like friends. I said, describe them like friends, but how can you have friends being slaughtered, President Trump, and you are watching your friends, the Kurds, being slaughtered in Aleppo. You're not doing anything. Did you see the woman who had been thrown down from the building? You didn't see that one, did you, Trump? So this means President Trump, he has no friends. This is what this means. And without friends, they're gonna get along. You're not gonna get along, especially in the Middle East. If you don't have friends in the Middle East, President Trump, you say Israel, but Israel, we're talking about other regions. You don't have friends in the Middle East if you don't have the Kurds. You are giving up on the Kurds. They will give up on you. So it's not a good choice what President Trump is doing in Syria, supporting this terrorist, Ahmad al-Shah. But of course, you will not learn until you get your fingers burned, like they say. You want to test the guy, test test how you're gonna achieve peace in Syria with the genocide is committing. Spaceship of me. Oh no. And then they went to America. People are protesting against the police in USA because of the killing. Innocent woman, she was shot and killed. And just you support the protest in Iran, protest in America, supported by Iran, and protest in, like they're gonna say, I'm not saying that, but what if protests in America are supported by Americans' traditional friends like Iran, support the protest in USA, let it spread. Let everybody in America rise up against the authorities in USA killing its own people, just like in Iran. They say they are killing own people in Iran, they are killing own people in USA. You want to have regime change in Iran, you want to have a regime change in USA. It does not fit up. You want to have one political speech that goes for every country. You cannot support the Kurds. I support the Kurds in Iran, but I don't support the Kurds in Syria when they are demanding own identity. Because Iran is a Persian country and the Kurds are not considered Iranian. Or these are like Muslims, Sunni, and Iran they are Shia Muslim. In Syria they are not. It's Arab country. They are not considered Arabs. They are not considered native. They are native. They are not considered Syrians. Understand the same problem in Iran and in Syria. You can support Kurds in Iran, but not Kurds in Syria. This is the policy. This is where we have problems. And same, you support the revolution in Iran, you don't support revolution in USA. Understand? So it's very, very why both regime in Iran and in USA are killing own people in the streets. So this is why it's so complex, so complex. So very, very confused situation, especially for Iran, of course. I'm not getting not single one watching. Uh, Spaceship also gonna take picture. So I'm starting to get tired in my hand. We're gonna recover this one, gonna save this one, Next one. So this one also. So, anyways, we're gonna read the news. So this is 6th of December. 6th of December. Save this one. We're gonna read the news a little bit. Then we're gonna finish. So one woman protest in USA after woman shot her. So you're gonna read this one. You're gonna read what happened in Syria. So video thousands protest against ICE after fatal shooting of Renee Nicole Good. This is the woman who was shot. Thousands in USA protest against ICE after fatal shooting of Renee Nicole Good. So this is the one. This is the one. She was shot and killed. It's another picture you see here. So this is the one here. She was shot and killed. You see, very bad, very bad. Let's read what happened here. So this is BBC. Video emerges of Minneapolis shooting filmed by IC agent who opened fire. A video filmed by the USA immigration agent who fatally shot a woman in Minne- Minneapolis on Wednesday has emerged, showing the moments before gunfire obtained moments. Sitting behind the wheel of her car and speaking to the officer, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance shared. Good's wife has paid to Good's 17-year-old lady, saying the car had been trying to when she was shot and sparked protest against the US. I'm not gonna show the video, I'm not allowed. So see if you have female British writers, so I don't think they have this story around. Yeah. So Kurdish-led SDF, Syrian Democratic Forces, said on Thursday, Saturday that a Kurdish female fighter was executed and thrown from a building by Syrian army. So Kurdish fighters evacuated from Aleppo after days running. So this is the footage, people. I'm not allowed to show it. Here you see, and they are throwing. You see the corpse is falling down. This is the corpse. So they have thrown the body. Here's the killers. They went up in the building and threw the body over there. Syrian army threw Kurdish female fight from building. Very high, terrific, terrific. Here's another one here. The body of Kurdish female fighter. Shara. From the rooftop by Shara. Shara aligned Syrian army forces. Kurdish people fought and destroyed ISIS. The world that yesterday we are being betrayed again. So yeah, very bad indeed. What's going on in Syria, and they have evacuated the police, the Kurdish police. The people are on their own. The Kurdish people in Aleppo, but everybody have escaped, so nobody's living in these areas. So we read the Israeli news. Aleppo Kurdish neighborhood fall and Syria's minority question resurface analysis. Clashes grew in the first to say they have evacuated Aleppo, and yeah, so so this is Iran. Read about Iran threatened retaliation against Israel. Washington attacks Israel in high alert possibility of U.S. intervention. So if USA bombs Iran, they're gonna bomb Israel. Very Iran will bomb Israel in retaliation if USA bombs or even Israel bombs Iran. So any strike on Iran will lead Tehran striking back against Israel and regional U.S. military bases. Yeah. So we have Syria, we have Iran, we have USA, we have also earthquake in Lebanon, outside Beirut. So 4-point magnitude earthquake occurred coast of Lebanon on Sunday. So this is today at night. Moderate magnitude 4.70 kilometers north of Beirut. So yeah, that's all people. Blessings.